Hey Cliff, I'm Brandon. I'm the guy that was riding my bike. I saw you in your tow truck, a little Chihuahua, gave you a call. So here's that video I told you I was going to make you, man. Uh, Before I get into it, just a little bit about who I am, because I know I'm just this random dude calling you. But um, I'm 32 years old. I've got a wife and we've got a little girl. She's like a year and a half. We just moved out to Marietta because my wife has always wanted to live in Georgia. We've been in Arizona for the past 3 years. I'm a retired professional soccer player. I just finished my last season in Canada this summer and then we moved down here. Um, but now what I do for a living full time here is I make the phone ring big time for small business owners. And I'm going to kind of show you some of my results and show you what I do to kind of explain it a little bit better. Okay. So first thing I want to show you here, I've actually got a tab here. I pulled it open already. So towing Marietta, Georgia. All right. Um, this term, just this term alone gets 110 searches a month. So I could change that to towing in Marietta, tow truck in Marietta, towing service in Marietta. But this is the number one searched term when people need a tow truck in Marietta, Georgia. All right. Um, but there's obviously tons of different combinations of things that people search, right? But think about today what people do, okay? Especially with towing. If somebody needs a tow truck, they're going to whip out their phone and they're going to Google something similar to this, and they're going to click on one of these people that they see at the top, okay? 97% of people click somewhere on the first page. So almost nobody's going past the first page of Google, all right? Nobody uses the yellow books anymore. Today, Google is the yellow pages, all right? But instead of being alphabetical and having A1 towing so that when people flip through the yellow pages and look for towing services and they find the first one as A1 towing, they call them. Today, it's about doing the right things to get your business listed at the top. So you want to be ideally where Marietta Wrecker Service is. They're at the top of the maps here and they're at the top of the organic listings, okay? So a lot of times these map rankings follow the organic rankings. So if you can get your site to bump up to the top here, it will pop into the top of the maps as well. Okay. So why is this guy ranking and you are not? Okay. I'm going to show you why basically. So if I go over here, this is a tool I use called SEM Rush. Okay. And it just kind of gives me a back end look at a website. So here's yours, westcobbtowing.com. I put that in, and it shows me you get 165 visitors every month to your website. And down here below, it shows me where those visitors are coming from. So if you can see here, like 90% of your traffic, so 90% of this 165 is coming from people that actually search West Cobb Towing. So they already know your name, and they're searching for you specifically. Okay, that's a good thing because that tells me that you've like built up your brand name and it's recognizable and people know who you are, and so that's why they're calling you, right? Which is a great thing because you must have a good reputation. And judging from your reviews out there that I saw on Yelp, everybody has great things to say about you. So you must be an honest business owner, which is awesome because that's what I look for. I really want to work with and partner with the guys that are honest and are going to do a good job. Okay, so here's, as you can see, the rest of your traffic right here is coming from Towing Service Marietta, Georgia, Towing in Marietta, Cobb County Towing, and Towing Marietta, GA, like I showed you, right? Now, your position, here it's showing you like you're at the bottom of page 1 or very top of page 2. And you're getting a very small percentage of your traffic is coming from that because there are some people that for some reason they're scrolling to the bottom and picking you. And maybe that's because they recognize your name or whatever, okay? But let's look at Marietta Wrecker. So those guys are getting 1,500 visitors a month, okay? If they wanted to pay for that traffic, it would cost them $4,000, but they're getting it free because they're at the top of the organic listings, right? So if we look at where their traffic comes from, a good, like just under 50% is coming from Marietta Wrecker. So that might be people searching for them specifically. But it also might be people are typing in, I need a, Marietta wrecker, like they're looking for a tow truck. But then if you look at all this other percentage, which is adding into their 1,500, so take out this 46%, assuming that's all brand name searches, right? We got about 800 people that are visiting their site every month from Marietta Towing, Towing Service Marietta, Towing in Marietta, GA, Tow Truck, Wrecker Service, Towing, Marietta, Marietta Towing, Heavy Duty Towing, right? So these guys, I can guarantee you right here, are getting most of the business when people need a tow truck in Marietta. All right? So now I'm going to show you what I do. So let me go back to Google here. Okay, one of the examples I want to show you, which I think I talked to you on the phone, was a towing site I have in Scottsdale. So let's type towing Scottsdale AZ. Hold on, I gotta make sure I'm not a robot real quick here. Okay, towing Scottsdale AZ. Right here and right here, Scottsdale Tow Truck Company. This is mine. This is a guy I have out there. His name is Dean. I built this site for him and I ranked it. And now what do you notice about my site compared to yours? Not like yours is bad by any means, but one thing I want to show you is that there's very little content, very little actual words on the page telling Google what your site is about, okay? Google wants to put the most authoritative, relevant site in front of the eyeballs of the searcher. They want to put the expert in the local market in front of the eyeballs of the searcher because Google's whole mission is to connect people with what they need. So they want to put the guy who is the best and who's done everything properly at the top of the searches, okay? So the reason my site is ranking, one of the reasons, is because I've got tons and tons of content and information here, all about towing and the different things that go into towing, right? So my site here with all this information, lots of good pictures and stuff, it appears, not that it's beautiful or amazing by any means, but Google sees it as like, these guys are the authority. These guys are the best. These guys are the ones we should put in front of the people searching because they've got all the different keywords, right? I've got affordable towing service. I've got tow in Scottsdale, Scottsdale Tow Truck Company, best tow truck service in Scottsdale. I've got all those different variations that people might search kind of worked in naturally to this content, okay? This site being here, let me go back. This site being at the top when people search, and let me show you this. So you could search tow truck Scottsdale AZ. Still at the top. I could put towing service. Still, it's right there at the top. Oh, towing services drop down there, but it's at the top of the maps, okay? So tons of different terms, and it's up there at the top. And this gets just tons and tons of leads. I'm going to show you right here. So here's my call tracking kind of portal that shows me how many calls come in. All right, this is just from September 10th to October 10th. So, 17, 21, 23 calls, 18, 11, 21. It gets a lot of calls. Like I told you on the phone, this guy gets, I think one month he had 500 calls, but we took out like the duplicates and the few marketers that called, and it was around like 410. So he's making a killing off of this site because his phone's ringing all day and he's going out and doing tows and he's making 8, 9, 10,000 extra dollars a month on top of what he was already doing. Okay, so I've got another site. Let me show you another towing site here in Mobile, Alabama. All right, there it is, Mobile Towing Service. Okay, this one I can show you with the calls. Same thing, it gets over 400 calls a month. Sometimes it's like 350. But look at this, 30 calls this one day, 22, 9, 11, 5, 4, 10, 15. But consistently getting calls every single day that these guys can go out and make money off of, So, whoops, kind of messed up there. But so man, what I want to kind of pitch to you here is let's build out a site and let's rank in Marietta and let's do this together. So I'm kind of looking to partner with somebody and do one of these sites out here, and you seem like a pretty good guy to do that with because you're honest, you've got lots of good reviews, and that's what I'm looking for. I don't want to partner with somebody who, once I make their phone ring, they're not going to answer it. They're going to do a poor job and get bad reviews, and it's going to kill the whole thing. I want to find somebody who's honest, who does good work, and who really deserves to capture a bigger share of the market. Because man, Google is where it's at today, man. Everybody goes here when they're looking for what they need, especially a tow truck, more so than anything else, because it's a roadside emergency. They're like, dude, find somebody to come get us quick. And the fact that you said you're hiring somebody is kind of perfect, because this will take me, like I said, about 90 days or more to start pulling in leads. Sometimes it's a little quicker than that, um, but man, and then it's just a matter of me doing the work to march it up to the top. So one other thing I was going to show you, this is another tool I use called Majestic. And just real quick, this shows me the backlinks that other sites have, so I can see what Marietta Wrecker has, right? And they're ranking on top. And they've got a few kind of powerful backlinks here at the top, but then not much after that. But what a backlink is basically a link to your site from a different website online. Okay, so let me go back to my Scottsdale site here and I'll show you. So basically, if I scroll down to the bottom here, right here, okay, it says, and if you're a little further south, check out our sister towing company in Mesa. So towing company in Mesa right here in blue, that's a link to another site. I'm going to click it, and that takes me to this one, Mesa Tow Truck Company. Okay, so this is another site that I've just built out for my Scottsdale guy. His name is Dean, because he wants to pull in more leads in a neighboring city, Mesa. So Mesa is just a little south of Scottsdale. But basically, we're going to try to double what we did in Scottsdale by ranking this site there as well. And I'm working on it. I'm probably 60 days in. And I'll show you here. If I search, let's see, towing company, Mesa AZ. It's getting there. We're right there. So we're number 5 on page 1. And it's just outside the maps here. So it's gotten a few calls here and there. But I'm working on getting the this thing here to pop up to the top of the maps as well, and that way he'll be getting tons of calls like he did with the Scottsdale one. So hopefully, man, this kind of made some sense and helps you see that the value in being at the top of Google is incredible. That's where all the business is going today, to these people that are at the top. And I've got kind of a special skill set, and I can help you do that. And I'd love to help you just blow up your towing business, man. If it's something you're interested in, give me a call back and we can talk a little further. Maybe we can meet for coffee or something like that, so you can actually shake my hand and I can shake yours. We can meet face to face. But the possibilities are really endless, because you can rank. We could do another site and rank in another city like Sandy Springs or Alpharetta or whatever. I know you probably want to stick over in the Marietta area, and that's fine. But maybe down the road, if we went with this one and built it out and killed it, then you're like, yeah, dude, let's expand again. I'll hire another guy and we'll do Alpharetta or whatever. But anyway, I will email this over to you, and give me a call after you watch it. All right. Sorry for stretching it on a little long, but wanted to get all that info in there. All right, Cliff. I'll talk to you soon, man. Thanks. Bye.